Guess who's back? Back again. Harry's back. Tell a friend. OTT, OTT, OTT. Here we go. It's been a month. It's been a long time. I feel like I haven't been here forever. But we're back at the Apex East Ice Arena, and your Arvada Pee-wee are set to take on Lafayette. First game of the new year. First game back, regular season action. I'm pumped. These kids are pumped. It's been a long time. It literally has been a month since I've been here. These guys have been practicing. They've been skating. We're all over the ice right now at the other side. This is Lafayette that you're looking at, the locomotive. We're up at their rink next week for a tournament. But it's go time. It is absolute go time here. The OTT Sports Network and Harry Haviland bringing it to you. Apex Ice Arena. We're hoping everybody had a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year's. All that's behind us now. It's hockey time. It's time to push for the playoffs. It's time to push towards Port Huron, Michigan. We are going to do it. I want to throw some shout outs here to everybody that stepped in my absence. Milky's standing behind me. He was just waiting for me to hand the mic over. I'm like, give me at least the first period before I quit and you can take this job over. Thank you to him. Thank you to Koos, everybody that was helping out. We missed that last game before the team supported Kai. It was a big pump up for our family. But now this team is back. We are missing one player today. Lexi's out with a bum knee right now. She's on the bench with her team supporting. Just not going to have her in the action as we're set to start this first period of 2023 on the OTT Sports Network against Lafayette Locomotive. Might take me a couple minutes to figure out these jersey numbers again, figure out all the players. Big shout out to the parents too, who just stepped right up. We had some pizzas and some cocktails in the parking lot, setting up tailgate like we didn't miss any time whatsoever. John was telling me on Facebook there how he misses those times. You don't miss it anymore that your kids are gone. You get to relax and just go ice fishing all weekend though, do you? Here we go, stepping out. We got Cohen, we got Colin, we got Kai. Big number 32 win between the pipes. Jax and Owen on defense. Opening face-off here, brought to you by the OTT Sports Network, because it's been a month since we've been able to say that. Calling off the draw, walks in across the blue line, comes in, takes a quick shot, and rings one off the post. Back in behind the net, circling up quickly behind their own end is Lafayette, the Locomotive trying to walk out. Kai gets a quick stick on that, picked up by Jax at neutral ice. Over to Lafayette, shovels that one up, they walk across the blue line. Owen forces them wide, they come back in. Put one up over Wynn's shoulder under the crossbar. 13:34 left to go in this first period. Only 26 seconds ticked off the clock, and Arvada is still working off those turkey legs as they're down 1-0. Evan now out there with Ethan and Anderson. Owen and Jack still on the point. Owen circles that one up, puts it off the boards, up over it. Ethan comes in across the blue line, gets collapsed on by a couple of players, shovels it towards the front of the net. Unable to pick that up as Anderson as the Locomotive come back across red line, gain the Arvada zone, coming in wide. Take that shot, it gets deflected high up and over the net. Pinching D-man, shovels it back in. Lafayette pinches in. Kick to the side by Evan, up the boards hard to Anderson. Not all the way out and back into the far corner towards the front of the net, broken up there cleanly by Ethan. Owen pushes it off the boards, held in at the point and kicked back in over to Owen. Owen off the boards. Nobody's going to get a stick on that one. It's going to go all the way down the ice. Icing is whistled. 12:45 left to go here in the first period. Back with all our fans across the globe. The OTT is back. The Sports Network is back. Your Arvada A Pee-wee hockey team is back. Hoping that Santa was good to every one of you, brought everything that you ever dreamed and desired. One back there to Bo as the D is changed up, and Bo and Milo are out there now. Forwards are changed up too. That's Nick out there, Alex and Calder with him. Alex behind the net, circles around. Got a little bit of room to skate this one up, comes up, taps that one off the boards, back out to center ice. Locomotive back over to Alex. Alex spins, going up against two players, helped out by Calder. And everybody fights for it. Ball up over to the far side, just mixes the tape of Nick. But kick back over to Milo. Milo steps across the red line, shovels that one in. They're going to dump and chase it down into the Lafayette zone. Coming around out to the point. Bo holds it in on his backhand. Tips it back in over to Alex. Alex looking for somebody in front. Nick was there, just couldn't get it all the way to him. Onto the near boards. Across the blue line all the way down. I don't think this one's going to make it to icing before Bo comes back, collects it on his goal line. Coming around as Lafayette makes a change. Arvada does the same on the forward line. It goes all the way down. Another icing call against Arvada here with 11:38 left to go in the first period. I hope everybody's excited as I am. I was nervous coming into this game, but tell you what, now that we're back on the ice, the action's flailing back and forth. We are pumped up. We're ready to go. 2023 is a new year. We've got some big tournaments coming up as Kai pushes another icing down the ice. That makes it all the way down, going crashing into the boards was Colin, chasing it down hard. He hasn't lost his wheels over the last couple of weeks. Like I was saying, a couple of big tournaments here. We got 3 regular season games this weekend, today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Another one at the Apex tomorrow afternoon. Sunday afternoon, we're down at Old Foothills Ice Arena. And then an MLK tournament up at Lafayette, where the team we're facing tonight is going to be hosting us before we all get set to hitchhike our way to Port Huron, Michigan for the tournament that we qualified for a couple of weeks ago. And here comes Colin. Colin's coming in 1-on-2, steps in, takes a shot, puts it up over the shoulder, goes a little bit below the bar and ripples the twine, making it 1-1 here with 11:15 left to go. We're stepping our way into a high-scoring tilt here as both these teams are coming onto the ice with some fire after the break over Christmas. They collect that puck, put the tape on it, and say the first goal of 2023. He's going to put that one in his trophy case as Evan's out here to take the draw, all squared up at once. Stepping into that play was Anderson, got it over to Ethan. Ethan at center ice, tries to backhand that one over, gets it over to Evan. Evan couldn't get a handle on it. Locomotive coming the other way. Banged and crashed at the blue line and jacks into the corner. Jax gets taken into the boards, but Ethan comes out of the play with the puck. He's got Anderson way up there, doesn't see him. Anderson stays on side, and the pass comes in just about 13 seconds too late. Locomotive the other way, coming in 2-on-2 hot. Facing off against Milky and Jax. Milky sticks that big twig across the blue line, pushing it into the corner. Now into the far corner, Ethan's got some room with it, looking up ahead, seeing who's there. Gets it out and picked up again at that red line, circling around that Arvada Association logo at center ice. Over to Anderson, back over to Evan. Evan comes in, can't stick a handle around the defenders. They push it back up the boards, but it's held in by Anderson. Anderson kicks it back into the corner. Picked up by Locomotive as they reset, reversing around the far side, bang it hard off the glass. And it'll be picked up here by Owen at center ice with 10:02 left to go in the first period. Trying to find Anderson at center. Goes over him. Evan keeps it in. Evan's got it in his skates. Kicks it in. Good job by Ethan getting a blade on that one. Towards the front of the net, and nobody has their stick in the right spot at the right time. Diving play there. Back over to Milo. Milo up the boards. Over to Ethan. Just couldn't find a bouncing pass. Ethan's still fighting for it. Towards the front. Hung on to, no, it's not hung on to. Ethan still goes into the near corner now. Backhands that one around, pass it back to himself towards the front, tipped in front by Nick. Nick's still battling, coming around up to the top of the circle and out by Locomotive. Action-packed first period here as Locomotive comes in and back out. Kicking this puck up and down the ice, and an offside is called. Great job by Arvada here. They're feeling like they're on fire. It's like they've been missing this ice. They've been missing the action. They are on top of it with a face-off coming at you with 9:06 left to go in the first period here at center ice at the Apex East Ice Arena on the OTT Sports Network. Alex at the draw, one back by Locomotive and kicked up the far boards. Tipped by Nick, but picked up there by Milo as he walks out of his own zone. With the self pass off the boards, it's going to go deep, and icing is waved off. Calder into the corner, looking for somebody in front, and the goalie finds it first, whistling that one down for a face-off deep in the Lafayette zone. He's playing, Tommy. I don't even know. I think he might be watching another game if you're not live on this one. Trying to find all our viewers. Everybody's getting off that Christmas break, trying to find the OTT Sports Network here on Facebook or YouTube. We've never left. Oh, towards the front. They get a stick on that one as they come crashing into the crease. Tip that one by Wynn, making it 2-1 Lafayette with 8:25 left to go here in the first period. I think it's working. No, I think everybody's good. If you're having an issue, let us know. We've got all kinds of users here. We're on the YouTube feed, so if you're chatting to us on Facebook, we see "Go Arvada, go! Let's go Arvada! Let's go Arvada!" I can't see your names on there right now. At the dot, that's Cohen. He's got Colin and Kai with him. Wins it back by Lafayette. Gets it around Kai, and then Bo does a good job of tying up his man, but then Lafayette picks it up, walking in. Tipped to the side by Milky again with that big long blade. Out to the front of the net. It's loose in front. Back out to Lafayette in the high slot. Kai swings that around. Lafayette picks it up on their backhand, going into the Arvada corner towards the front of the net. Stopped there by Colin. Colin off the boards. Doesn't get it too far. Back towards the front, and that's deflected just to the side of Wynn. Over to the side to Cohen. Cohen puts it back out. Stopped into the point. Shot comes in. That one goes wide. Lafayette pressuring in the Arvada zone, trying to find the front of the net. Pressure on by Milky. Cohen coming over to help him out. Milky gets the stick on it. They get it past both those players, ringing around the far side of the boards. Picked up by 98 for Lafayette. Blocked by Colin. Kai races in. Kai off the backhand. NWB doesn't get clear of the blue line, back towards the front of the net. And then tipped out by Bo. They clear the blue line. Colin has to step off the ice there as he's hobbling. He'll get some attention from the Arvada medical staff as the play continues on here. Pushed onto the side by Cohen, over to Kai. Kai, the backhand over to Evan, who just couldn't get it, who's a little bit behind him. Lafayette regrouping, passing it up. Kai gets a stick on that. They get back over to center ice, coming across. Back checked one more time and then picked up by Evan. Evan's coming across. He gains the blue line, shovels that one over to Anderson. Anderson takes a shot, going towards the front of the net. Evan looking for a rebound that's non-existent. We're going to hang on to a 2-1 lead by Lafayette here with 6:44 left to go in the first period. Let me see if I can log into the Facebook side of this and see what anybody's doing. Picked up by Ethan. Ethan towards the front of the net. Blocked before he gets it any farther. Hard into the Arvada zone. Picked up by Lafayette. Shovels one just a little bit wide of the net. Going into the corner. Here's Jax. Jax helped out by Anderson coming in there, fighting it off. Picked up by Evan. Evan passes that one up. Coming out of the zone now is Ethan. Ethan gains the red line, gains the blue line. Takes a shot towards the net, and that stick behind his own crease by the goaltender. Back out with a weird bounce off the boards. Evan pushes it back in, back over to Ethan, holding the zone and puts it towards the crease and nobody home. Lafayette coming the other way. Comes in. Arvada does a good defensive job there by pushing it into the corner, and Evan kicks it to the other side. Owen chases it down into against the corner. Works it up over to Ethan. Ethan passes it up, finds Anderson in neutral territory. Anderson goes around one, dances around using his stick handling skills, gets it back over to Ethan on the far side. He's got a little bit of room with it. Ethan tries to go through two, still finds it. Backhand towards the front of the net. Anderson looking for the tip just a little bit over his stick. Goes down, and then Jackson trying to hold that one in as Lafayette goes for a little dance, and Arvada puts it back into the locomotive zone here with 5:17 left to go in the first period. Arvada trailing 2-1. Coming in 1-on-3, excellent job there. Jax gets it, tries to find Nick. Picked back up by Lafayette, and that one's going to be offside. No, I don't want to do that. I just want to see what's going on now. We got new comments. Here it is. Here we go. There, Tommy's finally figured the game out.
Welcome back, Tommy.
There we go. Now I can see who's tuning in on Facebook as Milo puts that one up off the boards. But Lafayette spins it back around, coming into Arvada territory, and Calder into the corner. Alex helps him. They stick handle towards the front of the net. Bo shovels that one out towards the side, back to the point. Tipped in front and into the corner by Calder. Chases his own tip in there, puts it off the boards to Alex. Alex now working for it. Has Nick up ahead of him, but Alex decides to walk in, slows it down to the blue line, backhands it over towards Calder. Calder towards Nick and just misses on the 1T as he was lining that one up to go shelf.
Good back check, Alex.
Good job by Alex getting back on the play on that one. Alex stick downs towards the front. Bo on his backhand up to Calder. Goes between his skates and back over to Lafayette. They recollect. Calder intercepts that one, comes across the blue line, over to Nick. Nick takes the shot deflection into the corner. Calder still on the far side, coming over to see that play was Cohen, forcing that over to Bo. Bo gets it back over to Cohen. Cohen on the wrong side of the red line, but they're going to rave icing off as Lafayette collects it behind their end. Skates around Cohen's stick, back up to Lafayette. They're coming in 1-on-2. Milky steps in front of that one, breaks it back out of his own zone, puts it up the boards to Nick. Nick puts it in wide. Now they're pressuring into the Lafayette zone. Cohen into the far corner. Cohen's losing his stick, goes down with a couple of Arvada players. And Lafayette coming back reverse over to Cohen. Cohen at the circle. Cohen looking to take the shot. They step in front of that one, breaking it up before he gets it off. And they clear the zone back over to Jax. Jax with a perfectly mishandled play. And it comes back in. Wynn taps that one over to the side as Milky's going to pick it up. Tip to Jackson, and Lafayette picks it up in front, coming in to take the shot. Kai gets back on that one, then hammers it, rings it around the boards. Going to clear the Arvada zone as line changes are all set here now. Lafayette's at their own blue line with 2:42 left to go in the first period, clinging to a 2-1 lead. Jax walks in, Jax comes across, top of the circle, takes a shot, and it's gloved down by the attendee in black and gold. Good attempt there by Jax as he walks through, gets a shot off. And I've been gone a month, but I gotta say it again, pucks on net is what's gonna win this game. Getting those shots towards and crashing. There's everybody, Laura Lee Sutherland, Helen Parker, Anita Hernandez. We got you guys here, the OTT Sports Network at the Apex Ice Arena in Arvada, Colorado. The shot by Colin gets deflected before it gets to the net. Kai steps into it, held into the point by Jackson. Off the boards over to Kai. Kai backhands it towards the front of the net. Couldn't find Colin. Looking for him again. And Colin in behind the net. Colin into the corner towards the front of the net. Cohen reaches back behind him. Kai couldn't keep that one in as Cohen picks it up. Goes off the boards. And here's Jax at center ice. Jax up to the far side to Colin. Colin has control, comes in, takes a shot. Just puts that one wide of the post. Off the boards and back up to Lafayette. Keeping that one in and over to Evan. Evan in front of the net. Evan gets tripped up. Kai in front takes the shot. Trying to go 5-hole. The goalie collapses those pads. Hangs onto it, keeping it 2-1. One more time with $1:50 left to go in this first period. Finding my voice, you're finding yours. You guys are just standing up in your living rooms now. Nothing like that World Junior tournament last night where a couple of games go to overtime. This is way more exciting hockey. It only comes to you on the OTT Sports Network. Evan over to Anderson. Anderson tried to go across. kept in there. Good job by Ethan at the blue line. Back in by Evan. And then Lafayette, Milo tipping that one up just out of Anderson's reaches. Now he's chasing it in on the forecheck behind the Lafayette net. Evan comes out of that one there towards the front. Just couldn't get a blade on the rubber as the Lafayette skates the other way. Coming in 1-on-2, dances around, takes a shot, but then rips that one high and off the glass. Sneaks across the blue line, back off the boards, picked back up by Milo. Right down action in front of the Arvada net, trying to look for Anderson. Then Ethan finds it. Ethan walks in across the blue line, takes this one in wide. Nobody going towards the front of the net as Arvada all collapses on the left side of the ice. Anderson behind towards the front of the net. Couldn't get it. Still fighting for it. Gets hammered into the post. No call on that. Body contact. Milo at the point. Back in. Gets it over to Anderson. Anderson to Ethan. And Ethan couldn't get towards the front of the net. Oh, and they're going to call a trip on Anderson for that one after that. That's weak. That reminds me of my 2022 body that I'm about to get into shape. It is weak.
2 minutes before skating.
2-minute penalty here. 1:30 is what it's going to be. We were on the power play there? I didn't even know that. Maybe somebody should tell this commentator guy that he's got to get his head in the game. 4-on-4 here for the next 14 seconds. Arvada was on a power play. Back out to the point, 4-on-4 towards the front of the net. Now Jackson hammers that one out. Skipped over and Ethan's got some room. Trying to lift the stick. Ethan gets hauled down. And we're going to see a penalty against Lafayette on that one. They're both hurt. Ethan's tapping him on the back saying, hey, bud, you took me down first, but I hope you're all right. Don't want to see anybody getting hurt. Everybody gets up. Ethan was going hard for that one. Lafayette's going to take the penalty. We're going back, staying actually on 4-on-4, but Arvada has the advantage here by 25 seconds, 15 seconds. Okay, my math did not get better over the holiday. Well, they're not. Where's? Oh, they are. They're just talking to the bench about that one. Back to the bench. 19 seconds left to go here in this first period. Arvada trailing 2-1.
Yeah, you're right.
4-on-4. Evans gonna take this face off. He's out there with Alex. He's got Bo and he's got Jax trying to force one towards the front of the net here. Tie this game up before the end of the first. Evans pressuring him in. Brings it around the boards over to Bo, who's waiting for it. Back over to Alex. Alex comes out to the point, gets it back over to Evan. Evan stick handling around, back over to Jax. Walks the blue line and then backhands that one into the corner with the time winding down. First period action over here at the Apex East Ice Arena. Your Arvada Pee Wee A are trailing 1 goal as it is 2-1 Lafayette lead here leading into the second period. We're going to see 4-on-4 action starting the second frame. Arvada's got a 12 plus 4, 18, 16 second.
Don't do math.
Harry, don't do math. Oh, we are back though. I'm back, you're back. We're all getting our legs underneath us. The players are getting their legs underneath them. I'm getting my words underneath my lungs and we're coming back. I'm excited. I hope everybody else is excited. Going back to it, I hope Santa brought you everything you ever dreamed of. Everybody had a great Christmas with friends and family. I know we all did down here. And we are pumped to get back with our Arvada Association family here as the season continues to roll into January, into February, and then playoffs are going to be here before we know it. So some regular season games set to go.
Don't forget to talk about the team fundraising. Venmo Ashley Maurer support us in Canada.
Oh, we have a team fundraiser. See, I've been gone for a long.
Fundraiser.
Virtual fundraiser. Just Venmo Ashley Maurer. Like I think I Venmo'd her $27,000 here since the start of the season. We are raising some money here. This team that you guys all supported and watched won that Silver Six qualifier. We're heading to Port Huron, Michigan. We need money for skidoo suits and winter boots, dog sleds, taxis, all that kind of stuff. Turks. Tukes. We need money for Tukes. We're going to be doing whatever we can here, getting our game back in shape to head back up, or not back up to head to Port Huron, Michigan. Way up, I think it's just below the Arctic Circle.
Just on the verge.
They do that big dog sled race up there every year. We're just going to miss that one. And we're going to be playing some hockey at the ice arenas up there. You can see Canada across the lake, or the river. Lake, river. What? It's going to be frozen. It doesn't matter. It's all ice up there this time of the year, right? Second period action underway here on the OTT Sports Network. I'm Harry Haviland, figuring out what I'm doing, and we are getting set to try and claw our way back here. This 2-1 deficit coming into the second period. Walking across 4-on-4, Lafayette comes in. Milky gets back on the back check, and then it's picked up by Alex. Alex coming across the blue line. Dangling, dancing, comes in. That's going to be onside. That was way offside, but he gets it over to Milky. Milky's looking to rip one as he gets it back on his green tape there into the corner. Battling is Calder. Calder has it on the goal line, trying to shovel it towards the front of the net. Picked up by Lafayette, coming the other way now. With some wide open space coming in, gets taken out by Milo. No call on there. Good hockey play. And Anderson's got some legs. He's fresh out of the penalty box. He's coming in, walking in wide on his backhand. Gets taken out, and we're going to see another penalty here as the second one expires. Lafayette's going back on the penalty kill for a trip. Arvada, 12:45 left to go. 5-on-4 advantage in this second period. Sorry, I had a little bit of a mic malfunction there, but I'm back. Couldn't hold it in, coming in shorthanded here, one-on-one against Wynn. Tucks that one in with a shorty, putting Lafayette up 3-1 here in the second period. All right, 3-1, sorry, getting everything back in check here. As Kai comes in, Kai just takes that shot in, gets it onto the goalie. He's gonna hang on to that. Arvada's gonna have a power play opportunity with a draw deep in the Lafayette zone. They're down 3-1 with 1:16 left to go in the power play. Gotta throw a quick shout out to Ella. Happy birthday yesterday. You're out in Iowa, we're missing you here. Wish you could be live with us, but glad you're tuning in, checking out all the action. Again, apparently you don't like your birthday being celebrated, but we're celebrating it here with you as Arvada Pee Wee gets it towards the front, and Cohen did that just for you. Cohen says happy birthday, Ella, as he tucks one in. Power play goal! Arvada bringing this to a 3-2 game with 12:25 left to go in the second period. Bringing in the rest of the fans that are tuning in as I pick up my phone. Natasha, aren't you supposed to be at a company party right now? I'd be watching this game too over my company party. Kelly Maurer, Chris Pollock, Steven Simpson, everybody tuning in from across the United States, across Canada, and across the globe. The OTT Sports Network bringing it to you here from the Apex Ice Arena in Arvada, Colorado. Looking to build on this momentum, but it's spun back the other way. Bo pushes the player into it. Kai comes back and forces that one into the corner for Owen to pick up. Owen hard over the boards. Calling up to Cohen. Cohen's off. Picked back up there by Colin. Cohen staying on side, but picked up by Lafayette as they're killing a penalty in their own end. Bo holds that in the blue line. Hard back in. Colin chasing it down. I don't think they realize that they're on the power play right now for another 24 seconds. Kai back into the backhand over to Cohen. Cohen trying to take that wide angle shot there, and it's deflected into the corner up the far boards, and Bo picks it up. Ball goes D to D across the red line over to Owen. The puck bounces over his stick, but he gets to it for Lafayette, and then up to Colin. Over to Kai. Kai has it on his stick. Kai takes the shot. That one gets deflected high and wide. Back to 5-on-5 as the power play expires here with 11:05 left to go, and Arvada trailing 3-2 in the second period. Kai can't get to it in time. Back over to Milky. Milky uses that big body up against the boards, rushing it up through. Cohen sticks in with him, sneaks across the blue line, and Kai comes out with it. Kai tries to dangle, and then it comes back out. They walk that in, but Cohen was still offside. Whistled down with 10:43 left to go in the second period. Your Arvada Pee Wee A are trailing 3-2. Cohen scores for Grandma and Papa's 50th anniversary. Happy anniversary, David and Anita. Longer than I'm probably going to make it, so congratulations to you two for doing it together. Evan at the blue line. That one comes around. Anderson's battling for it. Still Evan with a good stick on it, fighting for it right at the red line in front of the bench now. And kicked in. They stay on side. But Ethan goes down hard. Ethan's still down. Looking for it. The ref's trying to blow his whistle. Ethan gets up. Milky keeps it on the far boards. Milky looking for a shot here. Flips one in, and that goes. Milky buries out as he steps in from the point. Finding the room, finding the angle, and finding the back of the net. Milky buries that one. It's 3-3 Arvada. It was tipped? Oh, sorry, Milky. It's tipped, it's buried. Milky gets a point on that one. I don't know if it was tipped. It doesn't matter. Arvada makes it a tie game here. Over to Nick. Nick's looking for a little bit of room. Nick comes in across, takes that one. Puts it in wide for Alex on the far boards. Alex looking to backhand it over. Fighting for it, comes out to the point. Held in there by Milky, takes a shot. Milky trying to get another one towards the net. Does just that, but the goalie hangs on to it before anybody can collect the rebound. 9:59 left to go here. Second period action at the Apex Ice Arena on the OTT Sports Network. You can only have it with Harry Haviland because I fired everybody else that took my spot. Good job there by Alex, forcing the play to reverse around. They put it off the glass, but Calder's there to backhand it over, back over to Alex. Alex flips it across over to Nick. Nick at the red line has a little bit of room to walk in. He steps in, fires that dump and chase, and Alex is the one that chases it. Bangs it back over to Calder. Calder puts it behind the boards for Nick behind the net. Nick gets hammered over, and they're going to call another Lafayette penalty? No. Oh, yeah, they are going to call Lafayette penalty on that. They held a little bit too long, but the whistle does blow as Lafayette tags up on that puck. Arvada's going back on the power play. 9:24 left to go. Power play action here, brought to you by Pink Whitney, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about my experience with Pink Whitney over the holidays, as I got to go experience the Spit and Chicklets live show. And I tell you what, I had a little chat with Biz and Whit, and Jens was there, and they gave all their support to this Arvada team. Bunch of great guys. They're a bunch of lunatics, but they are supporting this team. Towards the front of the net, nobody home. Backhanded in by Calder. Alex into the corner, still fighting for it, gets it bodied off. Calder helps him out. They come out of the corner with it. Towards the front of the net, stuck down by the goalie and into the boards and picked up by Lafayette. Lafayette puts that one behind their own player. And Milo's gonna grab this one. Hammers it hard up. Alex comes over to pick it up. Alex over to Nick. Nick coming across. Power move through the center ice. Back over, and Alex backhands that one off as he's a little bit tired and going to skate off for a change. Lafayette puts that down. It's not going to reach all the way to the end of the ice. The icing whistle is negated as Owen picks it up. Coming out with some speed. Here comes Owen, the freight train moving across center ice. Walking his way in. Kai's 92.5 feet offside as he didn't recognize. 92 and a half feet is what I called it. It might have been 93. It could have been 91. He realized it. He actually just looked up here and said, don't chirp me too bad on the mic, Dad. I know what I did. I'll make up for it right here. They're still on the power play. Back up over to Colin. Up off the boards, and Lafayette spins it back around as Kai falls down. They push it back in, and Colin couldn't get it out on time. Another offside here. 8:16 left to go, second period. Rut roll.
I just looked up like,
Rut roll.
like, sorry.
Colin off the rest skates and kicks it into the corner. Colin battling for it here in the near corner. Lafayette holding it up against the boards. Colin coming over to help him out towards the front of the net. Kai breaks that play up, spins back around towards the front and tipped over to the side by Lafayette. Going into Kai's corner again. Gets off the boards into him as the penalty expires. Player runs into Jackson and falls down. They get back on side. 5-on-5 hockey here. Lafayette's coming through. Kai breaks that one up, but gets back over to Lafayette. Coming in 3-on-2. Jackson, excellent work on the far boards there. Strips the player of the puck, puts it up the boards to Kai. Kai gets off his skates, trying to find Cohen on the break. Lafayette's completely offside. We're going to whistle that one down, and this tired line's going to get off the ice. Unable to make up for that offside call. But they still got a half a game of hockey to play here. We're all tied up at threes. This is a team we lost to in Vail. This is a team we lost to in the tiering games at the beginning of this season. There's a little bit of redemption in the guts of these Arvada players, and they know it and they want it. Blocked there by Bo. Bo gets off his backhand. Now off his forehand, up to Anderson. Anderson tips it out of the zone, chasing it down now is Evan. They circle around him. Anderson couldn't swing for that. But in place there was Ethan, and Ethan puts it towards the center ice dot. Picked up by Lafayette. They just hammer that one in off the boards wide, and Milky has it. Milky off the boards. Tipped back out there by Ethan. And reversed around in the neutral zone quickly by Lafayette. They go across. Shot. Wynn makes the save. Hangs on to that one, keeping it 3-3 here with 6:41 left to go on the OTT Sports broadcast of your Arvada Pee Wee A against Lafayette. Something went wrong.
What?
My phone said something went wrong. There's a lot of things that have gone wrong with me. We cannot go, we'd have to do like a 7-hour podcast if we're talking about things wrong with me. But something went wrong with my phone, but here comes Nick. Nick at the top of the circle, trying to get that shot off. Picked back up by Calder, who couldn't get one off into the corner. Back out to the point. Milky steps into it, pushes it back into Calder. Calder fighting for it around the boards. They reverse the play. Milky's going to walk in, stepped into that, but Calder gets to it first. Milky towards the front of the net, and Lafayette's the ones that are home waiting for it. Off the stick of Nick back into the far side. Nick spins around. At the top of the circle, takes the shot, and Alex just puts that one outside the crease and wide. Milky with another chance. Tipped by Calder towards the front of the net. Nick goes down on it. They're not going to call every penalty on that one, as that's just a hard-fought hockey play. As the puck goes all the way down the ice, icing is signaled. Icing is whistled. And Collins step back out onto the ice. They've got Milo and Jax on defense with them here, this offensive draw. Colin talking to Jax. I wonder what he's saying. Cohen's going to win this one over to Colin. Cohen's still fighting for it at the dot. Kai steps in. Cohen comes out. Cohen rips one towards the front of the net. Good job by that line, just getting that puck towards the crease, and the goalie hangs on to it. 5:40 left to go. 3-3 tie. Another face-off right here for Cohen. Cohen over to Colin. Colin back to Jax. As we drew up, Jax gets another shot at it. Oh, pushes it over to the far corner. Kai bounces over his stick as it comes into center ice. Going on the back check, comes against the hard boards on the far side, over to Kai. Kai goes rink wide over to Colin. Colin picks it up. Colin dumps that one in, going into the far corner. Kai's got to go pick this one up. Lafayette gets to it first. Kai behind the net, chases him down, pushes him into the corner. Against the boards, Colin and Kai fighting for it. Now Colin's in there. Kai comes out with it towards Cohen in the front. Cohen takes the shot. Kai with the backhand, and it skates through the crease. Lafayette's going to get another penalty as Kai goes down for his efforts in front of the net. Arvada back on the power play with 5:48 left to go, or 5:48. I can't even read. Never mind math. I can't read numbers. 4:58 left to go. Second period, tied up at 3s. Power play unit steps onto the ice. That's evident that Dottie's got Ethan and Anderson with them. Owen and Milky with the big bodies on the blue line, trying to make some action happen here. Gain the lead for the first time. Out to Owen. Owen takes a shot, puts that right into Evan's gut, turns around, and now Lafayette's coming back the other way. Chasing him down is Milky. Milky breaks up the play, backhand, and it's saved by Wynn. Whistle's blown well before the second player comes in trying to hack that out. Milky giving some props to his goaltender for saving him on that one. As there was a little bit of a fumble on the offensive blue line, but Arvada comes back and saves that. On the far side, Anderson coming out. Anderson up to center ice. Here comes Ethan. Ethan coming across. Ethan walks in, gets it tipped back over to Evan. Evan pushes it forward. Couldn't find Ethan on the second attempt. Out to the point, Milky holds it in. Milky takes a shot and whistles that one wide. Out to the front, a rebound just pushed into the corner. Evan chasing it down. Over to Anderson, coming out is Lafayette. Walks that one in, coming in 1-on-2, goes around one of the Arvada defenders, but Milky comes back, gets a stick on that one. Now Milky's walking his way in, goes around one, into the corner on the power play. 34 seconds left to go in this Arvada 5-on-4 man advantage. Onto the far side, back out to the point. Evan's probably going to take a penalty for that one. Milky gets taken down, but Owen's going to tag this one up. And Evan's going to see a penalty for that. Take a second here to make sure this player's okay. He went pretty hard into the boards. As Diana plays Rocky like a hurricane.
Yeah, not quite sure, but okay.
Oh, there we go. Music is off. As players are taking the knee right now, the player on the far boards. Coach is talking to him. He's up on his knees with his head still down, though. I didn't quite see the play. Refs are talking about it at center ice here, and now they go over to the scorekeeper's table to have a little bit more conversation, see what's going to happen. Player gets up, he's going to skate off on his own will as everybody gives him a applause and a stick tap. Going to see what they decide here. Coming over to chat to the Lafayette bench here because I think they might have some questions. I'll have to wait for the replay before I can comment on how the player went into the boards, but I'm just very happy he's okay. Player safety is the second most important thing in the game. Harry's enjoyment is the first. Oh wait, no, I'm still mic'd up, sorry. I'm taking a playbook or a page out of Milky's playbook. I forgot how important. Class. Just got to be classy, right? Here we go, buck 30 up on the penalty for Arvada. 17 seconds left to go in the penalty for Lafayette. 4-on-4 hockey deep in the Arvada zone over Wynn's left shoulder. One forward there by Alex. He's just going to take this one out and push it across the blue line, picked back up by Lafayette. Another stick by Alex there, keeps the time ticking off the clock. In behind, coming around is Milo. Milo tries to shovel that one off the boards. It's held in by Lafayette. 5-on-4 now as Lafayette steps out of the box. But Milo comes out. Alex gets hauled down to the blue line, and then it's just turned around and cleared the zone by Nick. Lafayette trying to get set up on the power play here, but Alex is making sure that gets broken up at center ice. Lafayette is completely offside there, but here comes Alex the other way. Alex coming across. Alex is shorthanded, comes in, walking across, can't get through 3 players. Nick trying to get a stick on that one. They just flip that up off the boards. And now Milo's chasing this down, angles his player off. Lafayette comes out with it. Milo sticks with him, gets that one out. Good job by Milo. Stuck out by Alex. Alex into the Lafayette zone. Chased down by Nick here on the penalty kill with 20 seconds left to go in the man advantage for Lafayette. Banging against the board. Nick doing an excellent forecheck there, just holding this in, killing some time off the clock. Spun back around by Calder, over to Nick in front. He couldn't get the shot off before Lafayette picked it up, and here they come the other way. Lafayette walking in, takes a shot. Wynn just blocks that one down into the corner. Off the side by Owen. Back over to Owen. Owen's trying to find Calder, gets it tipped up, couldn't find Cohen. He's coming off the bench with a bunch of fresh legs, and a bunch, I mean 2. I don't think he has more than 2 legs. Clear the zone and dump it in as Lafayette and Arvada are still skating at a 3-3 draw with a 1:48 left to go. Take the shot. Wynn gloves that one down, flashing the leather, holding on. Get everybody reset here with a buck 46 left to go here. Second period action at the OTT Sports Network broadcast. Katie's still wearing her toque. Are you wearing your toque in here because it's cold, or is that it's because how cool the kids look with their toques on these days?
Bad hair day.
A bad hair day, okay. I can appreciate those bad hair days.
No such thing. She's always looking good.
Hey.
I try hard. I'm covering up. What's happening here?
I'm a man in my mid-40s. I will appreciate every bad hair day I can experience. Looking over at Milky there, he took his hat off, and now I can't see what's happening. The lights are shining. It is so bright. What's happening? Oh, okay. Gaining my sight back here as Owen stops this one to the blue line. That gets flipped up high and into the Arvada bench.
Let's go, Jax.
$1.29 left on the score clock. And this one's going to be just outside the Arvada zone as it was tipped into the bench by Arvada. Cohen's at the dot. He's got Kai. He's got Cullen. He's got Owen and Jax on D. And Lafayette pushes this into the Arvada zone. Pressured there by Cohen. And then Owen knocks his player down back out to the point. Lafayette takes a shot. That's off of Cullen's head and into the corner. Chased down by Jax. Jax off the backhand over to Kai. Kai doesn't get that all the way out until the second attempt. Now he has it. Kai's skating across. Kai's coming in. He just takes a shot towards the front of the net. The puck is still loose. Kai goes crashing for his own rebound. Good play there as the puck was still loose. Drops his stick and throws his hands up like he was ready to drop the mitts, but no challengers were accepting, and we're going to have a face-off in the Lafayette zone. Just he would have got his ass kicked. What am I saying? It would have been fun to watch. I haven't called a fight yet.
Oh, I know, right?
Oh, wait, never mind. Here comes Colin in front of the net. It's going into the corner. Colin goes down hard. Lafayette's pushing him down, but Cohen's helping him out. Cohen pushes his player into the corner, and Lafayette sneaks out of there with the puck. They're in behind. Circling back around, trying to come out, looking for the breakout. Colin hard on that, and Kai with the back check breaks it up here in front of the Arvada zone. Kai with the puck, circles it back around, gets it over to Colin. Cullen comes in, flips that one in. The goalie one more time, misses it under his glove. And Lafayette's broken up by Cohen. Cohen on the forecheck, doing a good job there. Pressured in behind the net by Kai. Kai up on the side, picks a stick up, spins back around towards the front of the net. Cullen looking for that one. Picked up by Lafayette with 10 seconds left to go in the period as they come back through center ice. Coming across, they stay on side miraculously, and Jax backhands that off the side. Up to Kai. Kai fires it down the ice. Misses the net, but gets the buzzer. 3-3, second intermission. Arvada and Lafayette skating back and forth, working their butts off, trying to come off this turkey coma and see what we can do stepping into 2023. Cameras turn to all our fans, checking out all these fans here at the Apex, supporting your Arvada A squad. They're getting the wave going. Oh, they got 3 people now. Oh, they're gonna quit. Three people, I think, is the biggest wave that we've ever seen at the Apex. Give them some credit for that. Our fans are here. There was people that were smashing their chandeliers in their dining rooms at home right now, across the globe on the OTT Sports Network. Loving all of you that are sticking with us here through this season and going into some fun times here. We're back with OTT and Harry on the camera. She turns it one way and it looks like I'm not going to be on there, and then all of a sudden, bam, I'm in your living room. Welcome to the OTT Sports Network. I'm Harry Haviland, dodging the mic, and you're at the Apex East Ice Arena here in Arvada, Colorado. Arvada and Lafayette skating to a 3-3 draw after 2 periods. Katie's in the mic, giving you the tongue out. I would never do that. I respect you people more than that. Here we go, all set. It's a draw. We're walking into the last 14 minutes of ice hockey action on a Friday night in Arvada. Get out of your seats, people. Here we go. Harry and the OTT bringing it to you. Milky's going for a walk. He comes across the blue line. He's walking into the high slot and just loses the bouncing puck. It's picked up by Anderson. Anderson on his backhand. Anderson goes into the corner. Loses that one, and Lafayette picks up the other side. Ethan trying to keep it in. Over to Milky. Milky circles, gets it off his skate, but it's back in, picked up by Lafayette. Great job by Milky. Milky's all over the ice today with the shots. He's stepping in. He's holding that blue line. Big credits out to him. He's out here to play tonight. He's going to stay out there now with Milo on defense as Evan's getting set to take this draw, and he's got Ethan and Anderson on his wings. Evan wins that one over to himself off his knee pads. Oh, and then it picked up. I was waiting to call something really cool there, but it comes back out the other way, and Lafayette comes in 2-on-2. Stick down by Milo, and the shot gets deflected wide by Ethan. Milky in behind, rings that one around the boards, picked up by Lafayette at the top of the circle. They come in, keep walking. They got 3-on-1 in front of the net as Lafayette's pressuring in front of the Arvada zone. Milo with the handle on it now, stepped into by Lafayette. Lafayette's 2-on-1 towards up front of the net, and they still come on a high slot shot negated there by Anderson. Towards up front one more time, and Wynn kicks that one over to the side. Evan trying to get this one up off the boards hard. Still battling for it, gets over to Milky. Milky's got Anderson on the far end. They stay onside as Anderson's chasing this one into the corner. Anderson towards the front of the net looking for Ethan. Couldn't get it hard onto the goaltender as Lafayette now comes the other way. Tip down there by Milky as he gets back on the back check after crashing in towards the front of the offensive goal. Over to the far side to Ethan. Ethan backhands it around, takes his time, wants to get this one set up. Hammers it hard around the boards. Over to Alex. Alex up towards center ice, and Evan comes across. Evan's trying to fight his way through a few players. They bang that one back out. They stay onside as Lafayette, and then there's Ethan. Ethan and Evan fighting for the corner. Or Evan, sorry. Ethan goes in looking for it. Evan comes up with it. Evan looking for the wraparound. Held on by the goalie as he's pushing and shoving in front of the net. Gives him a two-hander, and now Evan's going to get a penalty for that. It's your kid, so I'm going to say this. It's okay to battle in front of the net, but when you get up, he gave him a little bit of a two-hander across the shins right in front of the referee. The referee caught that one, and now we're going to have that face-off way down in the Arvada zone. And Arvada is going to be at the disadvantage for the next minute and a half here with 12:13 left to go in the third period.
Whose kid is that? If you're going to the bathroom and you think about what you've done, dipshit.
Just let me tell you right now, people, Katie's not mic'd up, and you're happy for that because we would have like an MA rating right now if Katie was mic'd up. On the penalty kill, Arvada battling in the far corner. Lafayette gets it out to the point. They go across looking for the wide open shot. They tip that one in. Power play goal by Lafayette. Taking the lead here with 11:54 left to go in the third period. Rob Glasgow tuning in from Palmer, Massachusetts. Huge shout out to the Glasgow family who hosted the Havilands for the last 6 days. That could not have been easy, I gotta tell you what. Rob was my partner at the Chicklets broadcast, and they were there with us as we battled through the Fenway traffic and watched the Bruins take care of business in the Winter Classic. That was just awesome. Thank you to the Glasgow family for hosting us and just having some fun. I'm gonna tell everybody right now, if you've never been to a Winter Classic and it's coming to your town, your city, you gotta try to get there. The atmosphere is absolutely unbelievable. Now Arvada trying to battle their way back as they're trailing by one here with 11:39 left to go. Wynn hands that one over to Bo. Bo comes out in front of his own net. That one comes across the slot, nobody there. Into the corner for Calder, back up to Alex. Alex pushes it across, that doesn't get across the blue line, and it goes back into the Arvada zone. Chasing it down again is Bo. Bo back up to Calder. Over to Alex. Alex looking for that long lead pass, finds Nick. Jumps over his stick, but Nick's still chasing it down. Nick gets hammered into the boards, skates through it, a little bit of contact. That's a good hockey play right there, and still chasing it is Arvada. Tipped out, and Jack steps up, keeps this one in, over to Cohen. Bounces over his backhand, and now retreating is Jackson. He flips that one up off the boards in front of the net, or in front of the bench. Over to Calder. Calder over to Cohen. Cohen takes his shot, and it's deflected into the corner for Nick. Nick fighting against the Lafayette player who puts his hand down on the puck. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Can't see what's happening. I see a loose puck, but no sticks on it. And Cohen comes out towards the front of the net. Nobody home. All the way back into Arvada's zone as Jax is retreating. Picking this one up. He's going to go hard off the boards. Nick's still out there. Nick over to Cohen. Gets it up. Cohen walks in, takes the shot, fires that one just to the west of the goal. Looking to make this complete line change here as Lafayette comes across. Kai steps into his player. Lafayette makes a play. They stay on side coming in. Jax with a big stick. Breaks it up. Wynn hangs on to that one. As Arvada completes their line change with 9:56 left to go here in this third period. They're trailing 4-3. Apex East Ice Arena. Harry Haviland and the OTT Sports Network bringing it to you. Cohen, Kai, Colin, Milo, and Jax. Cohen over to Kai. Kai puts it up off the boards, doesn't get it all the way out. They shovel it back in, and Lafayette's waiting behind the net for it. Chased down by Milo, back out to the blue line. Another shot pushed towards the front of the net and tipped. Second attempt blocked. And ripped around the boards there by Milo. That one gets out. Chase it! So I'm going to get to the point here where I might start yelling.
Yeah, we are. I think we're there.
Shot blocked there by Jackson as he gets in front of the play. Jackson goes hard into the corner, but Lafayette has a second player in there first. Cohen can't lift the stick. Lafayette's walking around the Arvada zone. Back out into the high slot. Milo trying to break that up. Lafayette still has it. Stick to the side by Wynn. Jackson behind the net. Jax goes down hard off the boards by Colin over to Milo. Milo off.
Good work, Jax!
Jackson draws the penalty. I was asking for that one, but I wasn't going to get heated about it. The refs saw it, and Arvada is going to see a power play opportunity with 8:59 left to go. They're trailing 4-3 here in this third period. Tracy Anderson, welcome to the game. I'm pretty sure I saw you in the stands, but I can understand why if you're just watching this game and you want to hear my beautiful voice. Evans out there at the draw trying to win this one forward. He gets it over. Ethan behind the net. Lafayette towards the front. Oh, the shot was taken there. Great effort there by Ethan. Spins around, fires one on net. The goalie was on his toes as he catches that one and hangs onto it for another faceoff. Evan one more time, deep in the Lafayette zone. Wins that over to Anderson. Anderson back to the point. Milky takes a shot, tipped down, and it's in! That's what I'm talking about. Milky with the second shot that gets tipped in. Ethan gets the goal. We're all tied up. It's 4-4 with 8:43 left to go. No, above the net. Are you kidding me? Oh. Harry, stay calm. Harry, stay calm. That was that was below the crossbar. He can't even reach that high.
Remember, you're on the mic.
I'm on the mic. Okay, I'm on the mic. Sorry. Wow. Goal called back on Arvada. They still have 1:15 here left to go in the power play. As the faceoff is brought outside the Lafayette zone. And Evan's set to take the draw one more time. Evan wins that one back over. Evan gets it back over to Bo. Bo in his skates, spin around at center ice, picked up by Evan. Evan up to Anderson, just past his stick, and it goes into the corner. Anderson chasing this one down. Hard off the boards. Milky steps in, holds the blue line. Now he walks in with a puck, trying to center it over, gets over to Ethan. Ethan takes the shot. That one's not deflected. Second power play unit takes the ice. That's Alex at center ice. He's got Calder and Nick with him. Bo and Milky still holding the point. Over to, Alex tries to get over to Calder. Back over to Bo. Bo has it. Bo into the corner. Towards the front of the net. Just past Alex. Alex comes into the far side. Gets it back over to Milky. Milky looking to take the shot. Rips one towards the front of the net. It's blocked. Picked up towards the front. Back in. Puck is still loose. Banging in front. Puck loose. And then it gets tipped into the corner. Lafayette circling with 25 seconds left to go on their penalty kill. Bo holds it in. Banging against the boards, takes the body, sneaks out across the blue line. Stay onside. Bo gloves this one down. Milky walks in across the blue line. He's got something to prove here. Comes in behind the net, walking around, looking at backhand this one up. Gets pinched up against the board. Milky still fighting for this puck. Helped out there now by a couple of Arvada players. Lafayette in behind him. Bo steps in, tips that one over to Alex. Alex just fires that one down. Gonna be icing as Arvada's gonna be resetting back in their own end, still trailing by one with 7:10 left to go here in the third period. I'm with you, Anita. That's a terrible call. Terrible call. I'd like to yell at the refs that you saw it all the way from Kansas, but apparently I'm mic'd up and I should stop yelling. Here comes Owen. Owen backhands that up, gets it out. Calder's now looking for that one. Gets a little bit ahead of him and back into the Lafayette zone. Locomotive coming around there and kept in there by Calder. Calder back over to the far boards. Alex back in by Owen. Owen's going to force that one in. It's onside. And kept in by Alex. Now they're walking 3-on-2. Alex trying to push that towards the front. Kept in again by Owen. Owen takes the shot towards the front of the net. Goalie gloves that one down, hangs onto it. Great job by Owen pushing that puck towards the front of the net, knowing where you gotta go to get those goals. The goalie's just not allowing Arvada to get those second opportunities, those third opportunities, those 27th opportunities. I don't care what opportunity it is, just keep crashing, keep banging. Got some time to come back here. There's still a lot of time left in this game as Owen has it at the blue line off the draw. Owen backhands it in, tipped down by Cohen into the front. Calling towards the front one more time. Skip back around. Kai into the corner. Kai pressures it. Kai gets held up. Cohen comes helping him out. Another locomotive player comes in there as there's 4 bodies hard against the boards. Sticks holding that puck against it. Coming out there. Well, and back another attempt. Colin fighting for it. Cohen comes in. Goalie hangs on for another one.
There's a lot of hugs on the Lafayette.
They were hugged. There was a lot of hugs in the corner there. I mean, changing up this decor as Jax and Milky step back out on the ice. They're joining Cohen, who's sticking out there with Colin and Kai deep in the Lafayette zone with 6:06 left to go and Arvada trailing by 1. 1 back by Lafayette. They circle behind their own net. Recognize Colin on that far side. Flip it up over. Kai keeps that one in. Cohen has it. Cohen takes a shot, deflected. Back in, another shot on net. They're doing what they gotta do to get that puck towards the net, just looking for that juicy, greasy rebound. And speaking of juicy and greasy, I gotta tell you what, let's head to Rockabilly's for a burger after this one. No, I'm not talking about you, Milky. There's other juicy and greasy things here in Arvada, Colorado. Towards the front, Colin fighting for it, over to Cohen. Picked up by Lafayette. Hard off the boards, Milky's gonna step into this one, gets a blade on it, holding it in. And Lafayette gets it in their own circle. Coming the other way hard. Chasing that one down. Milky with another big stick. He's been all over that all game long. Jax backhands that over to Cohen off the boards. Cohen can't find it. Gets it up to Kai. Kai's got a little bit of room. Kai tries to get that up to Colin and it's deflected. Kai again. Kai skating across center ice. Here comes Kai with some wheels. Comes in, steps in, takes a shot. Goalie can't handle the glove on it. Cohen going into the corner. Behind the net, picked up by Locomotive. Milky's at the blue line. Holds that in. Hammers it back down onto the boards. Colin towards the front, trying to find one of his players. Jax holds the blue line. Excellent work there by Jax by getting in on that one, holding it in, but it's picked up by Locomotive coming the other way. 1-on-1 against Milky, but that green tape is not letting anything get it by it today. Over to Cohen, back to Jax. Jax off the backhand. Fighting here right in front of us. Locomotive wide open in front. Jax comes across. And wind flashes the leather, and he says, it ain't gonna happen right at this exact moment. Not in my crease. Giving his team some breathing room, wind flashes the mitt. Keeping this a 1-goal game with 4:36 left to go in the third period. Evan pushes this one out. That one gets across the blue line. They whistle down the ice, and good work by F to push that one out. Forcing the play down the ice, 1 dot at a time. As Arvada's digging their way out of a 1-goal deficit here. Evans at the red dot outside the blue line with Ethan and Anderson on his wings, fighting for it. Evan does a good job winning that faceoff, and it comes over to Ethan. Ethan comes in, gets that stick down. They gotta get out. Just offside as his players were ahead of the play, and it gets stick down. Evan lines up for this face-off. Wins that one back over to Bo, who loses it in his skates. He's got a good deep partner there in Milo, who picks that one up. Steps in front of the play. Wynn hangs on and makes sure he gets his stick in front of that player who is coming. I should not have drank those 9 Red Bulls before this game. I'm like, I've been down for a month. 9 Red Bulls will get me going. No, Harry, that's not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
I gotta write notes for myself and put them on the fridge.
Do not drink for too many Red Bulls.
in the Arvada zone. Banged up against the boards over to Calder. Calder has it. Calder gets it out, puts it up off the boards, up to Alex. Alex comes in, 2-on-1, feeds it over. And Nick just couldn't dive for that one. Nick still puts a stick on that, breaking up the play as they were trying to break it out. Now racing down the other way. Bo up off the boards, skips across the blue line. Pressured in by Alex, held against the boards. Coming to help him is Nick. Calder right behind it. Alex steps out with it. Now Alex, high slot, takes a shot and is blockered into the corner. Nick with the rebound towards the front of the net. Alex with it and slapped out and all the way down the ice. We're gonna have an icing call here as Arvada is still down by 1 goal. 3-2-2 is the time on the clock, and 4-3 is the score. Coming out here now, defensive line of Milky and Owen joining Calder, Alex, and Nick on their forwards. Back out to the point. Milky skips that one back in across the blue line, or Owen, sorry, a little bit too late. He was racing over for it, just couldn't get it in time as the faceoff was won between the 2D. Sound. Alex at the dot. Over to Calder. Calder gets that in. Calder gets back on side as Lafayette picks that up at their blue line. Swing and a miss. Back in, Milky pushes him up against the boards. Swung back out by Calder, picked up by Lafayette at center ice. That one goes in deep, they're gonna wave off icing. Milky over the boards, trying to find Nick. Goes up hard. Lafayette coming in, Calder takes a swing. Lafayette still behind Arvada's net, trying to find a way to get to this front. They're dangling, they're dingling. Pressured out by Alex, they come around the high slot, take the shot. Wynn kicks that one over to the side, still loose in front. And Calder's got to get this one out. Calder comes skating across the blue line. Picked back up by Lafayette as they're just collapsing on these Arvada players as they try and walk it out. Owen puts that one hard off the boards. Nick couldn't get to it, pushed off the play. They go down with Calder helping him out. Nick comes out with it. Lafayette again with the muscle on the boards. Stepped into by Owen, and Cohen's got the puck. Cohen up to Owen. Owen can't get it all the way out. Lafayette at the high slot. Stuck down, and now here comes Nick. Nick across center already, sees 1-on-2. Still behind him, he still gains the puck, trying to find Cohen at center. Couldn't get it all the way across the slot, and Lafayette's coming the other way. Owen again, hard around the boards, over to Cohen. Cohen tips that one, doesn't get it all the way out as Lafayette collapses against the boards. Wynn hangs on to it. He's got a $1:36 left to see on the clock behind him. Arvada's trailing by 1. They complete a line change here. No timeout just yet here on the Arvada bench. Been looking for it. Cohen, Kai, Nick, Bo, and Jax. Here comes Colin. Colin, Kai, Nick, did I just say? Sorry, Colin, Kai, Colin. I don't know what I said. Kai across the blue line, can't get it across. He stays on side as Colin comes in. Kai still fighting for it. Lafayette brings it back around the other way. Now they're coming back 1-on-2 the other way. In and kick to the side by Wynn. Into the hard corner by Jax. Swung back over up to Cohen. Cohen off the boards. He's got Kai up with him. Cohen just tips that one out. Kai reads the play, picks it back up. Kai goes in as Cohen stays on side. Cohen sees that back check, and Arvada misses on that play as Bo goes down, and now Lafayette's coming back the other way. 2-on-1, Bo racing back, 2-on-1 against Jax. Takes a shot, Wynn with a big pad save, kicking it into the corner. 45 seconds left to go as Lafayette is just holding the Arvada zone. Into the far side, out in front. Kai's got some time with it here. What's he gonna do? He's gonna decide to skate the puck. Got Cohen on the far side, skates it in, puts it on net, puts it off the goalie's glove. Cohen goes in for it. Cohen towards the front of the net. Couldn't get it over to Colin, who was waiting for it. Back out to the point. Wynn keeps that one. They blow a whistle down. There's six. Did somebody jump on before Wynn touched the puck?
Wynn stopped to touch the puck.
Yeah, but he was still
Yeah, but he
inside
was-
the blue line.
Yeah, which is fine. But I don't know if there was another player who was off or bench by then, you know what I mean? I don't know.
2 penalties against Lafayette. Arvada's going to go 6-on-2 for the last 13 seconds. Oh, wait, no. So that was a dream I had the other day.
That's not how it's happening.
That's the only dream I have that I can talk about on air.
That's not how
5-on-5 with 12 seconds left to go. One back in. Milo gets that one, puts it into the corner. Time's ticking down. Arvada in front. Lafayette gets another chance. It's gloved down, and then it's coming out. And Lafayette sneaks away with a 4-3 victory here over your Arvada PWA squad on their first game back after Christmas break, but not their last game of the weekend. We are back on this ice at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon, taking on Arapahoe Maize, I believe. Arapahoe Maize, 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. Everybody's got their socks pulled up tight. Everybody's got their stockings wrapped up and put back in the garage. We're back into full Arvada hockey mode right now. Harry Havel and the OTT Sports Network bringing it to you all weekend long. But until tomorrow 1:30, on behalf of everybody here, I'm